I will be solving the problems on page 19. Let's get started with the first problem, which is 1.1. These are concept-oriented questions, so true or false. The first statement, all photons have the same energy. That's definitely false because energy of a photon depends on its frequency. So if the photon has a different frequency, then its energy is going to be different. And all photons do not necessarily have the same frequency. So the energy depends on the frequency or the wavelength. So that's false. The second one, as the frequency of the light increases, the wavelength decreases. Now this is definitely true. And we know this from the relation nu lambda equals the speed of light, and speed of light is a constant, right? So we can say that the frequency is inversely proportional to the wavelength. The third one, if a violet light with lambda 400 nanometer does not cause the photoelectric effect in a certain metal, then it is certain that the red light with 700 nanometer wavelength will not cause the photoelectric effect in that metal. This is definitely true because if the violet light with a shorter wavelength, implying higher frequency, fails to cause a photoelectric effect, then definitely a red light with lower frequency will not be able to do that because the photoelectric effect can only be observed when the threshold energy or the work function is overcome by the electrons, right? So the electrons have to have some minimum amount of energy, which is equal to the work function, to overcome the forces of attraction in the metal to actually absorb, to actually leave the metal, right? So if a higher frequency implying a higher energy light is not enough for the electrons to overcome the work function, then obviously a lower energy light is not going to help them overcome the work function. So that is, the statement is definitely true. So to summarize, A is false, B and C are both true statements.